Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alexi and Friends channel. Right now, we're at 194 subscribers. So, yeah, we're nearing a 200 subscribers milestone. Who cares? Nobody watches it anymore. Alright, so I decided to just start making this The Crew 2 review trailer something thingy. I don't know, okay? It's a review, alright? It isn't a trailer. Alright, hold your horses. It isn't a The Crew 2 trailer and Lego. I'm sorry, but it's a review. Now, I know what you're saying, alright? You didn't even buy the game. Yeah, well, I played the beta, okay? And it's super similar to the actual finished product. So, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to begin the review. Now let me just start off by saying, alright, I completely played the first Crew game, okay? The Crew 1, a lot of people were like, it's horrible, it's trash, it's this, it's that. I absolutely loved it, okay? I don't know why people gotta be like, it's such a bad game. It was good, okay? It had a good old revenge story, okay? You threw in a bit of that police chase sequences, this and that, alright? It had good DLCs. I didn't buy the DLCs, of course. What do you think? I'm Donald Trump, huh? Can't just walk up to my dad and ask for a small loan of $1 million for all the damn DLC, okay? But yeah, I played the whole game and I loved it, okay? And it was awesome. And I was pretty hyped for this one, right? So I downloaded the beta. And then I played the game and it wasn't the best. Now you see, I'm gonna start off with positives so it doesn't sound like a Black Ops 4 rant. Okay, the Black Ops 4 rant got memed. So I'm gonna start off with the positives here. The game looks really good. It actually looks surprisingly good. The original Crew on consoles, at least, because I was playing it on Xbox One, it looked garbage on consoles. Okay, and I actually got the Crew 1 on PC when it actually a few months after it came out, right? And it looked so much better on that just mediocre PC back then than it did on the actual Xbox One. And the optimization was bad, alright? But the game looks good. The lighting is pretty nice, and it does look fantastic most of the time. But then again, there's a lot of textures here and there where the game really does fall flat. It doesn't exactly look top notch. There's YouTube channels that have actually made direct comparison videos, so they show some footage from the Crew 1 and then they show similar or the exact same footage from the Crew 2, and then that way you can compare the textures. But all in all, it's a pretty looking game. Next up, we got some of that sound design. Now, sound design, I'm just gonna say it, for the cars at least, it's awesome. The engine sounds, everything, it just sounds great. It really does. The planes, they also sound really good, they sound pretty good. The water sound effects when the boats are just freaking rushing through the seas and everything, that's pretty good too. But sound design aside, the voice acting. Now, I wanna say something positive about it. And the only thing I can say is that it's so bad, it makes you laugh, so it's kinda good. And that's the only positives I have for the voice acting. The voice acting is so bad. I bet you Ubisoft had 3 50-year-old dudes just walk into the studio, right? And they told them, alright, now we need you to write a script and it needs to sound like what teenagers say, alright? And the 3 50-year-old dudes just went, oh yeah, my son said this word called hella. We could incorporate that into the script, And my god, the amount of just cringy dialogue that they've put in just to like try to cater to millennials, it's so dead ass obvious. And they don't even sound like they have a soul inside of them. It just sounds like they gave a script to a robot, and then the robot just went, "Damn, dude, that's a nice car. Start the race now." So overall, the voice acting is piss poor. Okay, it is bad. It is the worst voice acting I've heard. Okay, freaking. Let me think of a game with bad voice acting. Let me think of it. Roblox. Roblox with the oof sound. You see the oof sound effect has it's better voice acting than this entire game. The dialogue in this entire game is worse than the oof sound effect from Roblox. There we go, boys. Okay, so next up, the gameplay itself. I've been trying to avoid this, but yeah. Alright, now, you see, with the original crew, a lot of people were like, hey, it's not a good game. So, what they decided to do was focus on the aspects of the game that were good but needed improvement. Nah, I'm just kidding. They added in boats and planes, and freaking F1 racers, motorbikes, and monster trucks, and that's cool and all. On its own, hey, that's pretty good. But you can just clearly see that obviously, because of adding in so many vehicle types, they couldn't focus on the cars. They really couldn't. The game itself gives you a limited option of cars to buy. When you start off, it's like what, 4 cars, then again 4 cars, and as you're ranking up, you don't like get this entire like huge collection to choose from. They give you tiny sub collections to choose cars from. And the way you get cars is by spending the credits that you earn through racing. But you might be asking, well, how do you upgrade the cars, right? How do you make them better? How do you upgrade the engine parts, this, that? Well, you see, instead of doing the smart thing and actually letting us buy the cars, the engine parts, they decided to just go ahead and turn it into the car version of Destiny. How stupid is that? When you finish a race, there's just random loot that drops at the end of it, and you drive into it. Yeah, you drive into it to collect the loot. But yeah, that doesn't bother a lot of people that much. Another thing that the game does poorly is the side activities. In the original game, you'd be driving around the road, and there would be these activities on top of the road, and you didn't have to stop and press a button to start the activities. What you needed to do was just drive through one area, right? One highlighted area, and the activity would start on its own, and you didn't have to stop or anything. And you had to like smash through virtual objects and this and that. You had to like speed up and get away from a circle, things like that, right? And even though this game does have those, I don't think they did it nearly as well. Also, when your cars and your vehicles get damaged, they don't really show that damage. Your boy, freaking, what's his name? Swift, yeah, that guy, Phil Swift. He could take a knife and just stab the damn cars in this game and go, that's a lot of damage. And the cars still won't look like they got stabbed. What I'm trying to say is, when your car just goes at a high speed and then just collides into a damn building, the building doesn't break, by the way, obviously. What is this, Battlefield? You reverse the car and, you shift the camera angle to see how much damage that just did. And you realize you can't barely see the damage. The car looks like it just got scratched a little. That's it. The damage models for the vehicles in this game in general are really bad. And that does make sense because there's so many vehicle types. and I'd give them a pass on that one, right? Because they had so many vehicle types to create that they couldn't really focus on each one that much, right? But then again, nobody asked for planes and boats. While we're on the topic of planes and boats, they're alright, I don't have a problem with them. But if they're gonna cause the planes and boats to compromise the rest of the game, then we have a problem. Alright, quickly, I just want to talk about the story mode in the game. Even if you call it a story mode, it's not a story mode, okay? You start off the game by selecting a character, right? And you choose one of your characters and you go, oh, okay, right, so it's my character. They're probably gonna have those dialogue options, but they don't. Instead, your character just walks around like an awkward 6-year-old. No, wait a second, 6-year-olds, they talk a lot. Your character, he just, I'm sorry, but I think there's something wrong with him. Like I think he's a Vietnam War veteran and he's been traumatized. That's why your character never speaks at all. And it's awkward as hell because everybody around you is sort of trying to start a conversation, but then your character just blankly looks at them like, So there's no story mode. And by the way, the crew won, even though it wasn't the best story and it wasn't original, it was a story nonetheless. So yeah, they did that better too. All in all, it's an alright game, okay? It isn't the best. If I had to give it a score, I'd say it'll be a 6.8 or a 7. It's not 8 material. So yeah, and before you ask, Delhi 2015, no, I'm not gonna be making the Crew 2 trailer in Lego, okay? Go away. So yeah, like and comment. Seriously though, let me know what you think about this. And yeah, share the video around if you actually want my channel to grow. It's not gonna, but check out some more videos and please subscribe. I'm trying to make more of these. Yeah, emphasis on the trying. Bye.
Follow us on all social media.